Hello, my name is Dr. Praveen Raghunathan, and I'm a practicing pediatrician with experience in Pennsylvania and now Mississippi. It is a joy to care for children, and they are our future. Unfortunately, one issue that impacts both my families and the care I provide is the high cost of prescription drugs. I have repeatedly faced frustration over unnecessary barriers for my patients created by the cost of medicines from a wide range of illnesses, from simple rashes to potentially life-threatening conditions such as asthma or anaphylaxis. According to a June 2021 Kaiser Family Foundation poll, nearly 8 out of every 10 Americans say the cost of prescription drugs is unreasonable, as millions of Americans struggle to afford their medications. Americans across the country want lower drug prices, and this has been a consistent voter priority across both sides of the aisle. Many seem to believe the biggest obstacle for achieving lower drug prices stems from the pharmaceutical industry's lobbying in Washington, D.C. But what many people do not realize is the pharmaceutical industry also heavily lobbies state legislators across the country. This pervasive state-level lobbying influences legislation that impacts drug prices for Americans, both by halting bills that could meaningfully lower prices while advancing bills that further increase its prices. It is crucial that we examine these state efforts as well as those at the federal level. Do you happen to live in California, Illinois, Oregon, Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Virginia, Arizona, Ohio, or New Jersey? If so, you happen to live in one of 10 states where more than 50% of the current state legislature accepts money from the pharmaceutical industry. A study from JAMA Internal Medicine from May 2020 cites that from 1999 to 2018, drug companies spent $877 million on contributions to state candidates and committees. And this amount has continued to escalate significantly in recent years. This is not a partisan issue, as both Republican and Democratic state legislators have received drug company dollars. In our current political climate, with slow federal action, state governments have been attempting to take matters into their own hands to lower drug prices. Across the country, state legislators have introduced proposals to create prescription drug affordability review boards that seek to regulate drug prices at the state level to protect patients. State legislators have also explored bills to increase transparency within the pharmaceutical supply chain, allow importation of prescription drugs from Canada, set up emergency insulin distribution programs, amongst many other measures, all proposals that are strongly opposed by the pharmaceutical industry. Pharma and other opponents to such legislation are seeking to maximize their profits and want to be able to make their drugs as expensive as possible. However, drug costs are skyrocketing beyond reach for millions of Americans for life-saving medications. Our state leaders need to hear from clinicians like us about our experiences taking care of patients who can't afford the medicines we prescribe them. They need to hear the truth from us and not industry, that these proposals are to lower the high cost of prescription drugs and will not harm innovation, and instead will help our patients live healthy lives. And they need to hear this message consistently and frequently. Please contact your state government representatives and senators to share your stories on the front lines about how high prescription drug costs have impacted you or your patients, and to share the importance of affordable medications for all Americans. Find out if your state has passed or is considering legislation for a prescription drug affordability board or other measures to help bring down prescription drug costs and increase access to life-saving medications. And join Doctors for America in the fight to lower drug prices. It's time we tell pharma to get out of state politics. Join us today.